What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Pretty Girl Progression Podcast. I am your girl, Sherelle. And if you are new here, welcome. I hope you stay. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this episode is sponsored by Lafette Rosé out of Saint-Tropez. Now drink responsibly, 21 years or older. The link will be in the description for your Lafette bottles. Cheers. Now, y'all, I have been working on a free ebook to gift to you ladies, and it's 10 tips to personal development. It's everything from doing mirror work, which for me means waking up in the morning, no makeup on, and standing in front of the mirror and saying things like, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am not perfect, you know? Grounding, all the things in between. So make sure you grab your 10 tips to personal development today on www.prettygirlprogression.com. And you can also grab your merch on the website as well. It supports the channel. It supports the future events of Pretty Girl Progression. So you have everything from duffel bags, you know, your overnight bags, journals, it has t-shirts, so make sure you grab your merch today. Now, if you don't have your journal and you need one, like I said, you can go on the website. We have the PGP word of the day, and today's word is liberate. Now, I love this word because it's such a strong, powerful word, right? Liberate. To release from the state or situation that limits freedom. In other words, you have too much on your plate. It's time to start shedding and removing some things off of your plate. Now, I'm going to speak on a few personal things where, you know, I'm just not experienced enough. And if you're anything like me, I'm sure you can relate. I love to mother everything. I mean, everything. I show up and I feel like I just have to help everyone. And sometimes that's just not my role. And it makes me think of my grandma. So my grandma is an OG. She is 12 kids deep. She has, if feels like 50 plus grandkids. She has experienced so many different trials and tribulations in life. So she has earned the right to essentially be a master teacher. She's my master teacher, right? And as women, our greatest strength is that we're women and that we feel like we can handle it all. But that's also our greatest weakness. Now, I always go back to this saying of God doesn't give us everything at once, right? He gives us glimpses of things because he knew if he gave it to us all in one take, we could not handle it. It's almost like this podcast. Sometimes I have to have 50 takes because in my mind, I want it to be great. But again, nothing is perfect, and we just aren't experienced enough. And it's okay that you're not perfect. Not saying that my grandma's perfect, but she's an OG. She's experienced, and she's earned the right. She is rooted. Like a lot of us, youngins, we're still sprouting. So again, it brings me back to we're just not experienced enough, and that's okay. Now, another thing. You can't help anyone if you can't help yourself. It's really important to know that. There's this saying of on the plane, you have to put on your oxygen mask first, right? That's like the thing that everyone always hears and can relate to. But recently I heard 2 people can't argue in a burning house. And ain't that the truth? Don't argue with me when flames are all around me. I have to figure out how to get out of here. And either you're going to follow or you're going to figure out how to get out of here as well for yourself. Two people cannot argue in a burning building. Recently, I've experienced wanting to help so many people in my life. And while building a community, I just can't. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, it is taxing. And I had to say to myself, if I stop what I'm doing and help them, is it going to put me in a better situation or a worse situation? And realistically, for my situation, which is customized for myself, it might put me in a bad situation. So the saying goes, you have to help yourself before helping someone else. Okay? Now it brings me to my third point of think things through before you start volunteering yourself. Yes, we want to help everybody. Yes, we want to show up for everybody. Recently, I was just trying to figure out how to be in 2 places at once, knowing it's impossible. You have to really think about, and I'm saying this to myself. I'm not just talking to y'all direct. I'm saying this to myself, Sherelle. You have to think about it before you volunteer something, because that can cut into the time that you needed to build, to work on yourself, to work out, to just do certain things to elevate and progress yourself, right? I've been there before, and trust me, it gets hard. And the biggest thing is I have to take it to God before I start volunteering myself. In this season, it feels like, and not just for me, but for us all, any opportunity that you have, take it to God first. Take it to God first and ask, because you might go ahead and volunteer yourself for that situation, and you might not even realize that that person's situation is in flames, and then you just threw yourself in the fire as well. So think about it before you volunteer yourself. Okay? Now, as always, pretty girls, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, we have a free ebook, 10 Tips to Personal Development. I worked on it so hard, and I really hope you like it. Grab your merch today. The duffel bag is lit, y'all. It makes for a cute overnight bag or vacation bag, I'm just saying. And as always, pretty girls, keep progressing. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep loving on yourself. And do your personal work. Until next time.